Hi, beloved, it's the Christ. I love you, God loves you. Just jumping on, going live on YouTube today. Jumping on the set to say live to the world audience, to say hi to everybody. I love you, God loves you, it's the Christ. And thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for listening. It's the forerunner to the living God. And I'm just jumping at the latest update. We're going to switch some things up. As you see, it's cleared out. And we're transitioning. And hopefully your transition has been great. Hopefully your transition has been great. Ours is awesome. This life has been going great. Things are getting better and better all the time. Our lives are improving, and our team is growing on the planet Earth. And speaking of the team, much love and respect to the king and queen of our existence, Fakad Bold and Mezcal Kebra, Christ and Christ on the planet Earth. And I'm sorry if that sounds weird or confusing. Stay close to the Christ and you won't be confused. A lot of stuff sounds weird or confusing. Dead people coming out the sky, or getting killed, coming out the grave, then disappearing, coming back on clouds and giving out immortality, sending bad people to hell or whatever they're doing. There's a lot of stuff on the planet Earth that sounds weird already. God living up in the seventh heaven somewhere, and we down here trying to live and nobody's helping. We're not doing these goofy ideas. So if what I'm saying sounds weird, I'm sorry. The planet is entrenched with a lot of bad ideas, so what's real sounds weird. And we don't believe fake things just because other people believe fake things. We believe, or we don't even go with beliefs. We just know what we know. We know things already. So because we know things, you don't have to have a bunch of beliefs. So once you know them, you'll be on with us. And please know that God is here. Please know that God is here. And God, we do a lot more from earth than we try to do from heaven or the sky. So we're here to help the people. And this is our existence. And this could be our heavenly existence, or this could be our hellish existence. And the way they designing it and setting it up, they designing it and setting it up to be a little bit hellish. We got these hellish conditions. And in this plane, pain, he said, oh, you gonna go burn forever? You don't really burn forever. You experience the pains of different things. We got emotional pains, physical pains, psychological pains, different traumas. You got to go through these things. And then when you come out the other side, you gain the wisdom or the experience from that thing. And you got the knowledge to build your understanding and your wisdom so you can be strong. And we come for the wisdom. In this existence, we come out the ethereal realm into the physical realm, into this third dimensional aspect of our reality. We come here for the wisdom. We come here, there's valuable stuff here in this third dimension. We're not coming here just to go to hell for no reason. We go through the hells to make sure we can build a great heavenly existence for ourselves and our descendants. And we want our descendants for this place to be heaven for them. We don't want this place to be hell. We don't want to die and then go to heaven and then wait for our kids to die so they come to heaven. No, we want to build this hellish existence up until it's the heavenly place that God intended it to be. And God has returned to the planet Earth. Much love and respect to all that understand and have eyes to see. So now God is here, we're doing the thing. This is the place where they catch God, kill God, and do all kinds of hurtful stuff to God, and then tell you, oh no, you can't kill God, God is immortal. When we kill him, it looked like he died, but really, he went down, got the keys to hell, and then he left, you know what I'm saying? He came, he ain't dead, he's the living God. Even though, yeah, we killed him, we tortured and murdered him to his death, but he's still the living God because he's living out in heaven or living someplace else, not here. And we not believing these fake, goofy things because it's easy to be the fake living God, but it's hard to be the real living God. When George Floyd had that knee on his neck and that officer jumping out was choking him out, Jesus ain't come out of nowhere, you crazy, get off of him like that, you know what I'm saying? They didn't do none of that. George Floyd punched his own ticket, he paid his own bill. But Jesus was hey Jesus, ain't you supposed to be paying this tab for me? Yeah, I got you. As soon as you dead, I got you covered. And we not doing that after you dead, got you covered. We got you covered while you alive. We want to see you and your kids and your descendants have everything you need to be healthy, happy, and safe on the planet Earth while you're alive. No need to die to get there. You are one of the angels in God's heavenly kingdom already, and this is the heavenly kingdom. And they want to convince you that you a filthy rag or some kind of a lowly demonic thing who was born into debt, born into sin and debt and can't get right without the torture and murder of an innocent person to redeem you and bring you back to your heavenly existence. And we're going to move away from all of those goofy bad ideas. And we're doing it. We're doing a great job. And so we have already installed the king and queen of the fifth dimension of this existence on us. And I'm stepping back. I'm going to the third dimensional aspect where the people kind of need of Christ to help them, because in the third dimensional aspect of reality, we deal with a bunch of fake religions and politics. Oh, we got this one's running for office and this one's running for office. Who's the good guy? Third dimensional Christ would let you know all of that. Yo, that guy right there, don't trust him. These people, they know what they're doing, or they don't know what they're doing. Christ is here to raise you up and raise up your conscious awareness and your understanding of your existence, so you can be on board for your heavenly existence. No death needed, no torture and murder of an innocent person needed, just built in already to yourself. And we love it. We are dealing with all of the elements. We love the fire and we love the water. Water's interesting. Oh. Drink more water. Water is funny. It can't be compressed. And when the pressures of life are getting to you and grinding you down, water stabilizes that. Water is that pressure that pushes back. You can only squeeze water so far before the molecules of water realign themselves into a bigger state. Just like ice. So when you freeze water, it turns to ice, and ice is actually less dense than water. It formulates itself to be a bigger structure. And water will do that. If you put too much pressure on water, water will reinvent itself into a bigger pattern, which make it don't fit. It'll break your machines, it'll do anything. It'll erode. Water is powerful. We love water. Mm-hmm. So make sure you fully fortify with water, because if you dilute it with a bunch of sugars and other stuff, when you get compressed, the water's not going to get pressed, but all those sugars and other stuff that's in there, adulterating your water, will compress, and then you'll be all gnarly looking. You know, fat, sick, diabetic. That's why we don't drink sodas like that. We don't drink these poisonous things. We don't do that. Water is enough in a lot of ways. Now, it's good. I like juice. I like other things. Matter of fact, I'm enjoying a cup of tea, too. So, yeah. Now, I hit the scene in 2022. It takes about 2 years for the understand. After you heard my voice, okay, so if you have heard some of my voice, sort of red flag, you have received this message. Okay, what that means is it takes up to 2 years for that understanding to download. Imagine you got a huge download and you trying to get your phone to be downloaded and take a long time. Like, yo, is my internet slow? Is my data slow? Some people's internet is slow. Some people's connection to the Most High is slow because they done turned their back so far into their goofy religions or they goofy understandings that by the time it's a slow bandwidth to God now. Where's God? Okay, first I gotta go to the Bible and see what the Bible said, that John said, that Jesus said, so this way I can understand that thing, and then I got the Holy Spirit to help me understand it. And that same Holy Spirit is impregnating virgins over there. So how many jobs does Holy Spirit got? Oh, he's part of the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? Got a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So by the time you go through all of those goofy understandings to get back to God, you've been too far removed. Why don't you just go from yourself to God? You don't need to go to, Bible said, the John said, the Luke said, that Jesus said, that I am the good. You going too deep into fake things and you losing sight of God. God makes trees, and then we chop down the trees, grind it up, and make books and say that God said what the book said. But the tree was already doing what God said before we took the tree and chopped it down and said what we said that God said. And we're not saying what God said no more. We just going to listen to what God said in the beginning, so we don't have to be confused with these man-made understandings. Men want a lot of goofy stuff that God don't want. And so now they put Jesus on the golden throne when he's chilling in glory for something that happened 2,000 years ago, while Vladimir Putin is bringing nuclear weapons to Belarus, and all of these, Donald Trump is doing these fascist things and dictatorial understandings, and they doing stuff. Cool, they doing stuff. Unity is the way to grace and harmony. I like these things. Unity is the way to grace and harmony. So, we love the earth. We love the sun. We love the air. We love the fire. We love the water. We love what's real. We love the things that God is doing. And we understand down to the Higgs with the bosons and the fermions and the leptons. We understand to the quarks and the electrons and the muons and these neutrinos. We understand what's happening down to the lowest those things. And then we got the new Hubble. We got Hubble telescopes. We got things flying around. We have the understanding of our existence. And it's always growing and we're learning new things. But there was a time when people thought the earth was the center of the whole universe. In a lot of ways, you as the individual, you are the center of the whole universe. Even though the earth is not the center of the universe, and then the sun, oh, that must be the center. No, that ain't the center either. We're not even the center of the Milky Way galaxy, which is nowhere in the center of the universe. We all relative to something else. But you as the individual with that brain, with the trillions of connections and the thinking conscious being, you are the first person reality of this existence. It's you, it's us. We're doing the first person. We are the center of it. And we are with God, because God is the full consciousness of our existence. And we are the physical manifestations of that thing. And we could go on, come out and do all kinds of things. We could do great things or we could do bad things. We could do helpful things or hurtful things. And a lot of us are doing hurtful things because we don't know no better. We chasing money down to do something, but the evil one is using money to manipulate and control people. And God don't need your money. So what we're saying is, don't give money to the church. If you give money to the church, God expects us legit to give 10% of our existence back to God. That's part of the thing, you know what I'm saying? And 10% is a small price to ask for. Hey, yo, here's 100% of the thing. You can keep 90%, give me 10%. And that's okay, tithes. We can give those 10%. But the weakest 10% to give is money. If you rich and you already filthy rich and you too busy to give your time and you too busy to show love and all that, and all you got is 10% of your money in that, and plus some extras for the other stuff, yeah, I mean, that's okay to give that, but that's not what we want. We rather have a person with very little money coming out showing love and doing things from the heart than just breaking off money, because God don't need your money. What we need is to make sure we have everything to need. We need to be healthy, happy, and safe, and fortified. We need affordable housing, electricity with no electricity bills, and utilities with no utility bills. We like our water to come in a certain way, go out a certain way. We want to be self-sustaining with our food situation and our water and air. And we don't need you guys to come pollute our air so you can make money selling oil, you know what I'm saying? So selling gasoline. We don't need our air polluted so you could get rich selling poison. We don't need our water to be contaminated because you're not responsible enough to get the resources well, and just so you can get rich. You're not, spreading love to the people. We need these people to be taken care of. Huh? In heaven, we are taken care of from beginning to end. And people be scared of the situation, but there's nothing to be scared of. We have everything we need, and we have great systems. We don't get charged income tax. We don't use fiat currency or money that's worthless. We're not on a bunch of drugs or alcohol. We don't use drugs and alcohol, even though it's all legal. Drugs and alcohol, legal things. You can do what you want to do. But now in this world, the things that people want to do happen to be a hurtful thing. People like to do, go out, drink alcohol or whatever they like to do, or do hurtful stuff. And now it's like, oh, everything you want to do is hurtful. We don't do that in God's kingdom. Everything we want to do is show love. So we do what we want to do all day long. And if you want to work, great, go to work. We all have jobs to do, whether it's staying home and taking care of the kids or going out and being captains of industry. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. This is a true story. And it reminded me of a funny thing. Funniest thing happened to me my whole life. Me and my family was walking through the park. We were walking on the path. There was a trail. And we get through it. We walking on it. And there was another little walk-through trail in the woods where people just walked through, and it created a little divot in the grass. And my son was like, oh, let's go through there. It looked like a secret cut. somewhere through the woods. And I was like, ooh, I like an adventure. That's off the trail. And while we were considering, we said, well, no, we might as well just stay on the trail. Because we happened to see a hobo or a homeless person or a bum kind of there. And we was like, man, we don't want to go through here. And then this guy get weird with us. So we said, you know what? Once we seen him, we said, no, we're not going to take this path. We're going to keep going straight. And the hobo guy, or the homeless guy, whatever he was, he started speaking to us. And he was speaking to us in a funny tongue because nobody understood what he was saying. I didn't know. Nobody understood what he was saying. And he started talking to us. But at the holiday gas station, almost knocked me down. Oh, shoot. So my son, he looked like lost it. Just another dude out here, homeless, or just a bum on the street that ain't got good, can't think good. So he's out here mumbling and bumbling. Nobody don't know what he's talking about. And my son concluded that dude was insane. Cool. And my daughter, she looked over and she's like, I don't understand what that fool was saying. He was saying something, I don't know who he is, but he's a vagrant or something. And she judged him again as maybe a bum or a vagrant that can't think good. And my wife, she looked at him and said, yo, let's get out of here. This guy's a little bit crazy. He's screaming incoherent things and saying words that's not words. And nobody knows what this was talking about. And I'm like, yeah, sorry that happened to you. But what I'm thinking to myself, man, that don't make no sense. What he was saying, what a weird thing. That guy came out mumbling. Didn't make no sense. But before I took 3 steps, what he was saying was still dawning on me. It was clicking in my head. Boom, 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 boom. So we walking away. All of us formed the same conclusion about this guy. He's a crazy, weird bum. But his words hit me 3 steps later, and I said, oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that happened to you. And you be blessed, have a good day. And my whole family, well, my son, and my wife, they was like, what just happened? What are you talking about? And my daughter says, leave it to daddy to understand it. Because she knows I just went through the trenches and I was just hanging out with the homeless people at the homeless shelter, breaking bread and living with them day to day in that dismal homeless condition. I lived with them in that homelessness. And when I came out of homelessness, I invited some of them to the house. And they was a little bit sticky, a little bit dirty, but we fed them and we make sure they was good. The first time and the only time I ever had Wagyu beef. I don't try not to eat a lot of red meat, but it was an opportunity to get some Wagyu beef. It was $99 a pound, for real. And the first time and the last time and the only time I ever ate that was with the homeless dude. And if I'm eat this crazy $99 per pound steak Wagyu beef, you trying it with me. You gonna take this and try this because you might not ever get this other opportunity again. In newsflash, we might not get this opportunity again either. Between us not wanting to eat a lot of meat and us not having $99 a pound for this crazy Wagyu beef. Nobody's eating this, but it's a novelty. We want to try it. And you here, and now you in on this triumph. So we did the thing. So now, my daughter was like, leave it to daddy to understand what this homeless dude is talking about. And it dawned on me, oh shoot, I speak Hobonese now. I speak Hobonese. I don't speak Rich Nika. I don't speak Rich Nika. I don't know Rich Nika that good. And maybe as I come and go, I'm going to learn Rich Nika later as we come into the full majesty of our existence. Because money is coming. Thank you, Lord, for that. And people are coming and we're growing fast. But I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for none of those reasons. Money comes great. And maybe one day I'll be able to speak Rich Nika like the rest of the peoples might be speaking Rich Nika. But I don't speak Rich Nika right now. I speak Hobonese. And my Hobonese is strong because I understood exactly what he was saying. And then for the next 5 minutes while my family was trying to ask me, babe, what was he saying? What was he saying? And what was going on with that conversation? I was falling out laughing. I couldn't stop laughing because it was funny that I was able to understand what he was talking about, even though he sounded more, no offense to that brother, we love him. And I'm not trying to be offensive, I'm just saying what it is so people can understand. He sounded more like a dog barking than a human talking. And that's the truth of it. I don't tell lies. That's the truth. It sounded like he was going, woo, 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 woo. And I didn't understand what he was saying, but the Lord let me hear what he was saying. And every time they asked me, what did he say? It just made me laugh. And I never laughed so hard in my life. I've been around on this planet Earth for over 45 years. I've never, ever laughed that hard, ever. Because the guy gave me a full sentence. And it didn't happen fast. I mean, it happened fast. He only said a couple things. And his whole thing was over with in about 25, 35 seconds. His conversation was over with. Nobody understood what he was saying. 3 steps later, it dawned on me he was saying, be careful going down that path, because I was going down that path not too long ago, and the moose jumped out of nowhere. I was on my way to the Holiday gas station, and the moose jumped out, got me, almost knocked me out. So be careful if you're taking that path. So really, he was giving us the cautionary tale of what happened to him while he was going down the path. And the only thing my wife understood was Holiday gas station. And my only thing my kids understood was Holiday gas station and maybe moose or something. But I got the understanding. It was a moose that came out there and got him, almost knocked him out. And I was like, thank you. I'm sorry that happened to you. Thank you for that story. And it was funny that I was able to converse or translate his understanding. And I don't know if it was from, if the words was making sense or if his mental energy of what he was thinking about or trying to say crossed over the boundaries of the thing. And quantum tunneled itself into my existence because I knew what he was saying. And he got blitzed by a moose on that path. So he was telling, hey, keep your family safe. That guy was doing me and my family a favor, giving us the heads up. If you go down that joint, you gotta be careful because the moose could come and get you. He was right. He was right. He was giving me a warning. And it was easy for me to write that dude off as crazy or tell that, you know, who is this guy? You know, this guy's losing it. But he was really, and all his problems, whatever he was dealing with, he was trying to help me and my family keep us safe from any old raging maniac animal that could be back there. So thank you to that guy, and thank you for that laugh. And thank you for giving me the ability to understand. Now I speak Hobonese, and maybe I speak Hobonese because I don't have much money, but that's okay because I don't need much money. As a matter of fact, I'm happy with exactly what I got. Happy, I got everything I need. And if I ever need money, I have money. But most of the time, I don't need no money. I already have everything. As a matter of fact, when they was out there paying me all that money to build that hospital, I was out there for 24 days, and I spent $0 for about 21 of them, 22 of them, and then my soap ran out, so I had to get some soap, some deodorant, and some stuff for my teeth and toothpaste. And it was only 4 products. Should have been about $12, $13, but I was out in the middle of Sitka, and it was expensive, $28. But that's all the money I spent because I didn't have to pay for food. My food was covered. I had to pay for a place to live. I had everything I needed. No money needed. And it's the same with God. God don't need your money. So be careful. We're not giving money to the church no more. That's what I'm saying. 2023 Crazy is here to tell you we don't give money to these fake religious people. Okay, who is this guy, Nathan D. Elders, running around here doing stuff? Maybe he's a charlatan and a con artist trying to get us to give him our contributions and donations. Okay, I could be a charlatan and a con artist. Don't give me your money. Don't give nobody your money. Keep your money in your family. Show love to people who need love and give that 10% from your heart. And, you know, go take the time to learn some Hobonese yourself. Because the people who need the help have a hard time talking about it, in my way. They in depression, they stuck on alcohol and drugs or mental breakdowns or traumatic situations or insanity, and they dealing with some stuff. So we're not going to judge them and cast them off. In a lot of ways, they here to help us. Excuse me, what you doing out here, sir? Oh, I'm out here starving to death. Oh, you out here starving to death? Okay, Lord, I see this opportunity that you put in front of me. Hold on. What you want to eat? I can't give you this money because I already know if I give you this money, you're probably going to buy drugs or something. But what I could do is shoot over to the store, get you some food. It's going to take me more time, cost me the same amount of money, and come back with the food than to do I could just give you the cash and say, hey, the store's over there. Yeah, I can do that. Yo, here, take this $10. The store's over to get yourself something. That's love. That's love. I get that guy $10. Now he go buy alcohol or drugs with that money. I feel good because I gave him $10. I'm not doing that. Okay, I got the $10. Now I got to take the extra step to go to the store. Yeah, I need some food. Are you hungry? Not really, but I know somebody who is. Take this money, give me that food. Okay, how you like, sir? Now I got to take my time, come all the way back. Yo, you still here? Where you at? Oh, I got this food for you. Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. Now I did those extra steps above the money to make sure that you got what you really, really need and not what you wanted, because people get what they want and get stupid. And a lot of times people get what they want, and a lot of times people want some stuff that's not good for them. People want an innocent person to be killed and tortured for them. So now they could be, oh, I'm guilty, sinner, dirtbag. I want that innocent person killed. Take him, kill him, and give me my innocence back through that thing that you just killed. My innocence is brought back through the murder of that innocent person. Yay, I got what I wanted. But people want hurtful things. So we're not going to give people what they want. We're going to give them what they need. And the first step is giving them love. You got to give them love. Take care of them, Let them know that God is in them. They don't have to go to no goofy building. God was already in them before they left the house. God was in them already. And that's what we're doing here. Is the Christ, to let you know Christ is here. And I am still going to remain the Christ of the third dimensional aspect. And every 7 years, the king and queen of our existence are going to be reevaluated for the next 4 years. And that's the business. They got 4 life cycles in the seat. And the first one is over in 2030. So they started their reign May. Excuse me, was it May already? April. They might have started their reign in April. April 10th. April 10th, 2023. So April 10th, 2030 would be the first life cycle of the reign of the king and queen. Mascot Cabaret for God. Well, much love and respect to the king and queen, and they're doing great. They got the young prince going strong, the young princess, they doing good. The royal family is doing great. And every 7 years they reevaluate it to make sure everything is going good. How these kids doing? Kids going good? They on the right path. The mom and dad on the right path. Follow that. Follow the original man and woman as they come together and raise their kids the right way with truth and love and the right diet and the right fortitude and energy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat a certain way, live a certain way, breathe and interact a certain way. And they're doing a good job. And that's how they became king and queen of the existence of that fifth dimensional aspect. Now, fifth dimensional aspect is more of the aspect of the heavenly existence that people are waiting for. Hey, when Christ comes, he's gonna usher in, it's gonna be like heaven on earth. That's taking place. But the shift is a conscious shift into our conscious awareness. And now that fifth dimensional existence is here on the planet Earth growing. Now, back in the third dimension where we are, the Christ has the Antichrist over here. You know what I'm saying? Over there's no Antichrist in that fifth dimension because the Antichrist can't stand up through those degrees. Once you get to the fourth degree, that's the highest dimension the Antichrist can do things in. That's where we all in the fourth dimension pulling our levers to do our thing on the planet Earth, but it all translates down to where we are. And some of us are in the very, very first dimension of our existence where we're trying to chill and just get what we gotta get, like a egg inside a womb, like a fertilized egg in a womb. You know, just getting its nutrients and chilling. But that comes at a cost, because everything you do in that realm has direct effects in the second realm. So if you want to do something hurtful, oh, this is my world, I could throw a rock at you because you a sinner. And that second dimension, that whoever you hit that rock with was you. Boop, boop, boop. You, whatever you trying to do, oh, I'm gonna do a robbery. I got the gun. Ooh, I'm about to do something. Whatever you do in that, in your ignorance, in the next dimension, you doing to yourself, and that's how you got to go through your degrees. By the third dimension, now you got your cycles wrapped in. Okay, what you put in, you get out. What you reap, what you sow. Now you in that third dimensional aspect. Okay, cool. You reap what you sow. You know, you got karma. You do something bad to somebody, it comes back. That is the cycle of that thing. That's where we are. Third dimensional aspect. We got some bodies. We can do stuff. Some stuff we do is good. When we do good stuff somewhere, we get the good. And when we do bad stuff somewhere, we get the bad. But we just don't see the relation yet in that third dimension. And it's a counterpart of everything. So when I see the Antichrist right now doing hurtful stuff, Christ comes up, same in reverse. Now, Hitler was the Antichrist of his time. And at that time, the Jews or whatever didn't have a Christ or Messiah because they killed him for their own whatever. So now that they killed him because either, oh, he gonna give us forgiveness for sins, or now we kill him because he's a false prophet and Yahweh don't send people to do that, so kill him. Hey, he's blasphemy and heresy, kill him. Okay, kill him, blasphemy, heresy and blasphemy. Now, when Hitler comes, hey, Christ, where you at? There you ain't got no Christ, or you have the Antichrist, and he's doing all this hurtful stuff. And now, the Allied nations got to come and do the job of Jesus. Hey, you know what, Hitler, we not dealing with that no more. We coming to shut you down. We coming now, you surrounded in your bunker. You got to shoot yourself in the head because we coming to get you. The Allied nations had to do Jesus' job because Jesus wasn't here to stop Hitler goods. And you just didn't have it. The people that, and now we have an Antichrist again. And this time, we're here to meet him head on. What you doing around here, Antichrist? There's a Christ here that's not going to stand for your little BS. We don't need these allied nations killing up people and going to war for all of this. We could get this thing figured out first in the minds of the people. So now the people can understand. A lot of people was killing just because they was confused. Uh-oh, these guys are the bad news. These are the enemies, propaganda. Oh, if you hurt these people, it's okay because God said it's okay to hurt these people. Oh yeah, they don't worship our God, we could get them. If they don't look like us, we can get them. Anything they do, everything we do is good because God is with us. And if anything God do, it's going to be good because God is God. And if you want to hurt people, kill people, throw people in hell forever, then that's God's business because God is all powerful, all knowing, all righteous, and all this and all that. Excuse me, you're doing all of this, but you still being born into debt. We born into sin. We didn't ask to be born, so we got to be born and come out owing. And now we got to accept the torture and murder of an innocent person so we could be back to even? No, we're not doing that. That's a corrupt organization. We're not coming here debted up. We come here debt free. If we make our debts while we're here, we make our own debts. If I do a horrible thing, a hurtful thing, it's going to cost me something either way. And if I do something good, then I should get the credit. I mean, we giving Jesus get the credit for everything that goes well and then blame me or blame Satan for things that go wrong? That's hurtful. It's the Christ. So, as I regulate this third dimensional aspect, I got to be careful because in the third dimension, they like to kill the Christ. You know, Satan likes to kill Christ, or religions that kill Christ, because when you kill Christ, Satan gets to run a little longer, run him up. And people are so confused. All you got to do is say, oh, they killed Christ. Oh, they killed Christ. Don't worry, y'all. It's going to work out because killing him makes you guys a better. As long as you accept the torture and murder, then you're good to go. Oh, yay, they killed Christ. They got him, they killed him. Now we got forgiveness for our sins. So they want to do these bad ideas, but we're not doing these bad ideas. So I'm going to be the representative or the vicegerent. I am God's representative here for the third dimensional aspect of self. And my job here is to raise you up to the fifth dimension. Now, it's only so far I can raise you up because in a lot of ways, you already the Lord of the fourth dimension. So no matter where you at, if you in the first dimension trying to figure it out, or the second dimension trying to figure it out, or the accumulation of the third dimension, where we are, that's kind of like the avatar realm. The real you is in the fourth dimension, dreaming about your existence, and now you in a deep dream because you don't know what's going on. But by the time you bang out with the third dimension and you come back to yourself, you already was the Christ in your life. You was already God on earth, the manifestation, doing the thing that God needed to do. And the fourth dimension is where you can really chill and be happy without worrying about all the othernesses that we have to worry about in that third dimensional aspect. I gotta worry about all of these troubles and problems and bills. Gotta get money and all this goofy stuff. That's third dimensional stuff. That's below God. That's beneath us. Then when you get to the fourth dimension, that's when you're like, oh shoot, that's all petty and beneath us. I'm God here. And then that's where you either become Christ or Antichrist, depending on what you want to do. Once you're in the fourth dimension, you got enough spiritual skills, understanding to kind of know how to live your life And if you want to drive it off a cliff or do something hurtful because you sacrifice that for that, okay, I could get more money by doing this, or I could get more prestige or something, chasing something down. Instead of just being happy, you chase something down for more happiness, or just for the fun of it, or for the game of it. You know, this is our life. We can do stuff for fun. We jump on roller coasters, even though roller coasters are scary, just for the fun of it. We might go skydiving and pull out a parachute, no matter it's scary and dangerous, but for the fun of it. So if somebody says, you know what, I'm God here, I can do what I want in the perimeters of our existence. Oh shoot, I'm gonna try to get all the money I can get and become filthy rich. That's the game I'm playing, if that's what you want to do. But if you put yourself as God of the universe, just because you are God in the fourth dimension, you're gonna get swirled into that fourth dimensional understanding. And before you know it, you're gonna be banging out what you did in the second dimension all over again. Your third dimensional understanding is back, and now you got to deal with the hells that you created from your first dimension that you got to deal from the second, and how each thing you do affects you later and your descendants, and how some things could be helpful and some things could be hurtful. Now, once you get to the fifth dimension, you pass all that. Fifth dimension is where you could go to your nirvana state, your blissful state, and be like, I'm off that crazy wheel of life and rebirth, keep coming back and doing that thing. I don't have to do that no more. I can live my heavenly existence. And you can live in that fifth dimension with the king and queen for God, World, and Mescal Kemper as y'all, do great. That's the heavenly existence that you've been promised and you've been trying to get. It's there, which means it's already here. It's always been here. We just can't see it because we're so entrenched in these goofy, bad 1, 2, 3-dimensional understandings of our existence. Now, as the Christ, I am able to go to the fifth dimension, which is pretty sweet. And last time I went there, I got a little bit reprimanded and rebuked because I was walking into the fifth dimension with dirt on my shoes. So I'm being like, yo, that's me, y'all. It's me. It's the Christ. Excuse me. Look at you leaving marks on the floor with your hellish dust, that hell dust, that old soot and dirt that's on your feet. You can't be tracking that in here. You are alley cat, Lord. You some kind of a thing that stepped in the mud and try to bring that in the house, and we can't have that. And I got rebuked like, oh, I'm sorry. I was tracking my third dimensional understanding of existence into the fifth dimensional. Excuse me. So I gotta go wash my feet off, and I'm coming back to third dimension to make sure when I get back to where I'm going, I'm clean, because I'd like to come home and return. And that, at the Christ, is one of my things. I can go all the way to the fifth dimension of heavenly aspects just by meditating and breathing, stretching, drinking water. I'm always 1 foot in my heavenly existence. But I'm coming back down to the hellish existence for a couple reasons. One is because if God sent me, I'm going. God, you need me to go to hell? Aye, sir, I'm going. I'm not scared. If God sent me to hell, I'm going. Because I already know how to get back to heaven. And I already know when I come back, I'm taking all the jewels from hell with me. I got more experiences. Now my wisdom is stronger. I'm more patient and kind now. I'm got that from going through hell. I had to be in hell, spazzing out on you. Y'all fix this. Y'all better get it figured out. We up here in this planet Earth and they over here doing awful stuff to us. Fix it. Get it figured out. And I got myself a little bit too deep into the emotional aspects of that third dimension. It's dirty. Excuse me, you guys. We need a hand up. I'm here to give you that hand up to your next self, to your next thing. And we're all here to help. So we go live every Friday at Return to Peaceful King, administered by the Elder Kinabuto, Elder of Nigeria. Much love, respect to the Elder. Much love, respect to all of the disciples and all of the pre-disciples who come in. Ethiopia, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, you name it. Thank you guys for coming. The United States. Thank you guys for coming. And all of the people who are coming to say what's up. You're close. If you listen to what I'm saying, if you're watching this video, you are close to your divinity and the truth of your existence, unless you already have it. A lot of people who watch this are already going to have it. And they just getting different touch-ups and different new understandings. But some people are lost and confused, and that's why I'm coming back to the third dimension. And when the people in the fifth dimension see me, they be like, who is this guy? He's not really one of us. He He acts like one of us sometimes, and talks like one of us sometimes, but he's a maniac, and he's a belligerent thing that's running around doing stuff. Excuse me. If you hear me saying something that sounds crazy, if you see me doing something that looks crazy, I might not be speaking your language. I might be speaking Hobonese. I might be speaking third dimensionalese. I might not be speaking fifth dimension at the time. But trust and believe, when I get to the fifth dimension, we can have the fifth dimensional conversations that you want to have. Because I understand those degrees also. I understand those degrees also. But I can't be really at two places at once. God is already everywhere, and I am the Christ. Please don't expect me to know everything. Please don't expect me not to make mistakes. I'm still going to make mistakes. I'm still a person. I'm still a human being. I'm going to the third dimensional aspect, and I'm coming to save you. Like a firefighter kicking in your door to get you out of a burning building. The third dimensional aspect of our reality is the hell. We in hell. And I'm coming to get you and relieve you from hell. Funny thing about hell, there are no doors and locks and all that in hell. The door, you can always leave hell. It's people scared to leave hell because that's just part of the mind screw of being in hell. Once you get comfortable in the heat of your hells, getting cold leaving that feels uncomfortable. Like, oh shoot, it's cold out here. I need a jacket. Nah, you were just used to getting cooked with all those crazy situations. Now I'm bringing you out those situations and you miss them a little bit. You have grown neural pathways and you have chemical receptors that have already responded to your bad situation so long you feel weird once you remove from those bad situations. You're not in hell no more. Where's the Christ now? We're not waiting for Jesus to come out the cloud. Christ is here. Come on, we out. Oh, that sounds weird. That feels weird. It may take up to 2 years for the understanding to hit you. So because it takes so long for the download the process, some people might hear what I'm saying and understand it right away. Some people might 3 months later toss and turn, wake up. Oh, I understand what Nathan D. Elders was saying. He right, yo. Jesus is a crazy thing and Allah is not helping us and Jesus not helping and they doing stuff. It may take 2-3 months for it to kick in, but give it 2 years. If what I'm saying don't make sense, revisit it in about 24 months, and I'm sure everything I'm saying will sound great. Because now you're transitioned from that old state to the new state as the download hit, and now you're on. Now, a life cycle is about 7 years, so my word's going to give 3.5 opportunities for different people, because new people come in all the time, and people are going to hear what I'm saying, and after 7 years, we're going to reevaluate. Cool. How the king and queen living? They living great. They money flowing good. They showing love. Breaking off. Cool. They got that for another set. What we doing? Spreading the truth of our existence. Grabbing these people up from the lower dimensions, the second and third dimension, and bringing them up into the fourth and fifth dimension where they can enjoy their best life here on earth and not have to die to get there. It's the grace. I love you. God loves you. A lot of things happen. I don't want to make a long video, but that's pretty much it. This is the end of that chapter. We're closing it off. And if you listen to me, your transformation is in swing. You are going through some transformations. You're going to notice that your body is getting more in shape. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing extra. But your body gets more in shape. You wake up and eat the right foods right, or think about the right thoughts first. Drink water. Eat a carrot or celery or cucumber. Something start your day before you go into the breads or cereals or this, that, and the potatoes and eggs. You starting your day differently. You stretching different. You thinking different. And those thoughts burn different calories as you think about the new thought. Next thing you know, you're like, yo, this belly fat going away. I ain't even been doing nothing. Yes, you have been. You've been thinking about things differently. And now those synapses need calories to burn. And now you get into understanding. And there's a lot of understanding. And you're going to be cooking on the way from hell into heaven, to your heavenly existence. And we're here to help you get there. We want to get there. And when you get there, your mind is clear and cleaner. It's not a bunch of mythologies and lies bogging your mind down. Your body is lighter and cleaner. There's not a lot of old fatty foods and salts and sugars bogging your body down. So your spirit is lighter and better. You flow better, think better. Your relationships are better and smoother. I don't just have relationships with the people in my religion, but people outside my religion don't deal with me because they don't understand. But people in my religion, they understand that Jesus is coming. Now, we're not boxing ourselves into that Amish understanding. And now you stuck in that horse and buggy understanding while we have electric helicopters flying around doing stuff with electric cars flying in stealth mode, and we got all this other stuff, zero carbon emissions. We gonna have devices that make the atmosphere better than ever. And they're gonna have the same old janky understanding, because if you already got the answer, there's no need to keep looking. Oh, we already got the answer. Jehovah is God. Jehovah made Adam and then took Adam's rib out and made Eve. And that's where we come from. That's it. I'm a God, man bone, and a rib bone. And now all my descendants are sinners, and we waiting for Jesus to come back so we don't have to be sinners no more. But as long as we have faith in the torture and murder, then we gonna be straight. Yeah, ain't nobody's doing that for eternity. That's a hurtful existence. And now we know what's real and what's fake. Stay close to Christ. Christ is here. We're not lying. We're not joking. That thing that they've been waiting for. Yo, Jesus coming back, Christ coming back. It happens. And the reason why you're expecting it, because we know it happens. Subconsciously, psychologically, we know it happens because we've seen it. And it's going to keep happening. And after I come and whatever happened to me, I go. And people understand, oh, shoot, maybe he was the Christ. In 1,000 years, they're going to be looking for Nathan D. Elders, and they might miss out on the Christ of their time because they're thinking about, who was the Christ? It was Nathan. Nathan D. Elders coming back. And he said, hey, I'm the Christ now. That ain't Nathan D. Elders. No, that ain't Nathan. No, he ain't the Christ. And then they're going to leave that money on the table the same way people are waiting for Jesus are leaving this money on the table. It's the Christ. I love you, God. Love you. Talk to you soon.